Hey guys, welcome. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a shop tour of my workshop. So recently, I've been building these two CNC machines, a CNC plasma cutter and a CNC routing machine. So back then, I did 3D printing videos and DIY projects, but due to certain circumstances, I wasn't been able to. So right now, I found my new driven passion for it, YouTube and CNC machines. So right now, I'm going to be sharing with you my workshop and what my machines can do. So let's get to it. So here is the workshop. It's actually quite small. So as you can see, this is the CNC plasma cutting machine. It's a 4x4 system powered by an Arduino, a GRBL system, and the plasma cutting machine is the 80NP, high need 80NP. So it's rated at 1 inch of metal cutting, but I don't go beyond that just because I want to keep my limits of up to half an inch just to prolong the life of the plasma cutting machine. So I bought this off from Amazon, shipped all the way here to the Philippines, so it really took some time. And here is the 4x8 CNC router, also powered by an Arduino, a GRBL system. But the difference from my CNC router and the CNC plasma cutting machine is for the CNC router, I've been using aluminum extrusions for the linear rails and V-wheels. So both of these are belt-driven systems, but I chose to go 4x8 aluminum extrusions for the CNC router for flexibility. Not for the rigidity of it, but for the flexibility. I want it to be flexible since I won't be doing too much hard work on it, but rather just work on light materials such as acrylic, plywood, or just softwoods. So it's been working out great. I've done some cuts with it, some carving. For the CNC plasma cutter, this has been with me for a year. The design of it was actually based of nothing. So I built my way from the table up to the gantry, engineered my way into it. So the only difference between the table and the gantry is that the gantry is made of aluminum. But for the linear rails, I've used linear rails, 12mm linear rails, and it's also a belt-driven system. So actually quite robust for a CNC plasma cutting machine, but it's been doing well since I've been, putting down heavy sheets of metal on it, so it just works quite good. Anyways, so that's basically both of my machines I've built, and this is my computer. Actually a duplicate computer for where I control my CNC plasma cutter. And here, let's go into the office. This is the office, not rather an office, but where I control everything. So this is my computer. This is where I control and design what I cut and what I work on. So I use Fusion 360 for all my projects. Light burn, getting the right dimensions, but basically I have everything in here. These are my tools. So I do have a CNC laser engraver. So the reason why it's here and stacked in these tools is because I haven't been using it. So I did take some parts off of it to build the 4x8 CNC router. So I did take some V-wheels off of it. I do plan to put it back again, but right now I don't really see the need for me to operate this machine. It doesn't really serve my purpose. But here I also do have a 3018 CNC machine. It's the desktop CNC machine I bought off of Shopee and Lazada, I think. But it doesn't really do much rather than engrave and cutting, but it really takes some time to cut thin plywoods, but I don't really use it. So I just keep it there. Eventually maybe I'll operate it to engrave some, thin materials. So basically that's it. I do have my power tools here, my welding machine, my angle grinders, drills, whatever. But that's basically it, my workshop. So right now I'm going to be showing you the things I'm able to do with these machines. So let's work on the CNC plasma cutting machine and see what it can do. So here's the 4x4 CNC machine. So I've actually streamlined my process in operating this thing to make myself more, productive in working this thing. So I've done some processes such as switches, wireless controlling, in order for me to operate this thing easier. Since this is actually quite, uh, labor intensive, I didn't really want to, put much sweat into it. So I've designed, not really literally design, but rather simplify the process into working it. So right now, let's turn on the compressor for it to operate the machine. I do have this piece of metal right here which we will be working on. So I'm going to be cutting a piece of bottle opening metal. I don't know, just the metal thing that's used to open bottles. So I've designed that in Fusion 360 and let's get into it. So here's the plasma cut. Here's the bottle opener I just cut. Actually turned out great. I did some cleaning on it and did some type of groove over there. Overall, it looks great. So I do have some spare plywood. It's a 3/4 inch thick plywood. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a casing or a outer casing for the bottle opener to make it more pleasing to the eye. So apparently here's the cut. It didn't actually go so well, but for plywood, it actually did a good job. No, it got the chamfer, got the holes, the right diameter. Could have used better wood, but since this is only a quick look project, snug fit. So it worked out well. All we have to do is just clean it and we're done. So now we're done. Here's the final product. Turned out great. I mean, partially good. Need some work with the plywood and the actual cutting with the router, but the plasma cutting turned out great. So I've been using the plasma cutter for quite some time now, so I really got the hang of it. So here's the final product. Turned out okay, not too bad, not too great, but did some final coating with the American walnut color and then finally screwed in the bottle opener onto the wood. So serves as a coaster, also a bottle opener. I've actually done some projects in the past, not really projects but more of test runs, and this is one of them. It's a 3D carving, so it's an abstract vector. I do not know, but I got the idea from Beverly's Creations on YouTube. I really learned a lot from his content, and it really helped me a lot in my DIY CNC router. So that's it for my workshop tour and my two one-of-a-kind CNC machines. I hope you had great time. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope to see you soon. Continue to support the page by liking and subscribing. That's basically it, guys. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.